All
We're
it
live,
was
DJ.
the what's called. We're live right now.
Yes.
Yeah, he literally just said that.
What is going on, everybody? TJ, Matt, and Dustin here with Daily Grind Fantasy Sports, and welcome to the official live stream for today's Monday. We got August 21st. We hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. We got some NFL Week 1 props that just hit the board over on PrizePicks, and guys, it looks like we already have some really good middling opportunities. Specifically looking over towards live fantasy. We're going to jump right over there. Guys, if you are just tuning in, if you guys could please go ahead and hit that like button, we would greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure you turn on that notification bell so when we do go live or post content, you see it first. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I'm in a little bit of a different type of setup today. Hopefully my connection holds. I'm pretty sure it will. I'm pretty sure it should. But guys, how we doing? Matt, Dustin, how's the Monday morning been?
Matt's real clap happy today. He's usually clap happy, but a little bit more today. That's fine. We love the energy. I'm doing good. I'm excited to see some Week 1 NFL props. Ready to get into that. Matt, how you doing, baby?
I mean, come on, guys. I mean, like,
first and foremost, I said this to Matt this morning. Matt, I'm going to cut you off. This past weekend, it was the weekend of Matt. It was Friday. Matt goes on the Thunderdome with our boy Slop. If you guys aren't familiar with Slop, Odd Jam guy, he's got his Matt. What do they call it? It's the Thunderdome.
Yeah, Thunderdome. Yep, every Friday.
Matt brought the fucking thunder. I mean,
Yeah.
Matt goes on there first time. He goes 3 for 3. He hits a home run prop that was what plus 425 on FanDuel. And then not only
425.
Matt,
Yep.
not only did you go 3 for 3 in the Thunderdome on Friday in your first ever appearance,
Yeah.
but on Sunday you followed it up with the first 30 times PrizePicks slip that you posted on your Twitter. You cashed out and went 6 for 6.
I think second,
Whatever,
but
doesn't matter.
yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Second, you posted. You hit it 30 times during the promo that I didn't even know was going on. But 3 for 3 in the Thunderdome. Six times. I mean, a 6-leg 25 times on PrizePicks. It was the weekend of Matt. That's what it was. It was the weekend of Matt. So, claps for Matt, everybody. Claps for Matt.
Well,
done,
I
Matt.
also do have to tip the cap to Slop too. He also went 3 of 3, and Lucy also went 2 of 3. And the one player, yeah, and the one player that she actually selected had a doubleheader, so a lot of people selected the wrong prop in the other game, which it was a voided prop. Yeah, I don't know if you knew that. So a lot of people went 8 of 8 for that reason.
Wow.
So like for all the props that could have missed, that was the one. And yeah, I'd like to say we went 8 of 8. So it was amazing. I do believe I'm gonna also make another appearance on the Thunderdome this Friday, if all pans out. But yeah, I mean it was a fantastic weekend.
You go 3-0 and you get the invite back. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I guess you got to keep in mind. Yeah,
Stay hot.
yeah, you
Stay
got to keep
hot,
the streak
man.
going.
No pressure
I
this
might
week.
after this Friday, I might never be on again though. So I will say that.
Oh, for 3.
That's. I mean, they were pretty lucky calls. So.
If Matt goes 3 for 3 again, I think they're gonna have to change it to like the Thunder Mat or something. Like it's no longer gonna be the Thunderdome. It's just gonna be Matt's face and be like, "This is my house now."
We cannot
if you
do
go
that.
3 for 3 again, you just need to tweet at Slop and say, "I'm the captain now."
I am the captain.
I had a really good roast lined up there, but I'm gonna spare Matt.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. All right, guys. Already 110 of you in here. Thank you so much. If you guys could please go ahead and hit that like button. Only 18 likes, guys. Smash the like button. But Dustin, I believe we're already up on NFL Week 1. We're looking for discrepancies, so let's go ahead and jump in. I think you're already cooking up a slip. So can you hit us with some gas?
I've cooked up a slip, and since PrizePicks has dropped their board, Thrive has came out with their board, or Thrive might have had it up already, and now we have Hot Streak.
Hot Streak also has theirs. Yeah, I mean, like all these guys are off. So let's talk about it.
We have the DFS middling tool up on the screen now, Matt. We see. I mean, obviously we have the Dak Prescott free square PrizePicks with the rebranding W, and then underneath that, Aaron Rodgers 251.5 on PrizePicks, but Hot Streak and Thrive have this 270 plus.
Ooh.
So. Very, very good play here on PrizePicks. We're gonna want to hit the over of 251.5, and this has actually been bumped. It was 245.5. They're on their way up to creep up towards these 70s. Yep.
You mentioned that.
That's insane.
You did mention that 245. So already getting bumped. We can already see PrizePicks adjusting their line closer to what Hot Streak and Thrive have around 273 and 270. So guys, still really good number there on the 251.5. If you got it at 245.5, you got 6 yards of value already, which is insane. So what else we adding with this, guys?
Oh, dude, let's just no. We're just gonna go down the list. This is insane. Because right now, if you keep going down the list, you're Joe Burrow, 265.5 on PrizePicks, but on Hot Streak, minus 120 odds on the under for 285.5. That is a full 20-yard discrepancy. I mean, think about it, guys. We get 25-yard discrepancies on Taco Tuesday. Discounts rather. Right now we're getting that exact same kind of discrepancy. Right now we're going to do Dak Prescott. I'm using the free play on the slip. Yeah, 100%. We got to keep it NFL, right? Yep. Dak Prescott. We have over passing yards. Aaron Rodgers over 251.5 passing yards. Joe Burrow over 265.5. Jalen Hurts. Another huge discrepancy here. Another 20-yard. Let's just go ahead and throw him in there while we are at it. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and throw in Josh Allen over passing yards.
Over Barkley.
Wait, who else am I going? Saquon? We can go Saquon because I would say that would be negative correlation because they're playing the Giants, but Dak Prescott's a free square at 0.5. So there's really no correlation there, right? Like we can go ahead and assume he's going to get his 0.5 yards, right? Unless he gets injured first play of the game. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and throw in Barkley. 10-yard discrepancy here. If you're looking at the middling tool, Dustin, I'm not sure what you're looking at right now. 10-yard discrepancy here on PrizePicks, but on Thrive, the under 82.5. And guess what? All overs here, all very soft projections. Who doesn't love that? Let's start out with a bang here.
I'm out. real quick.
Oh,
Hold on, before you
oh,
enter, If we go down just a little bit more, right under Jalen Hurts, we have AJ Brown. If we want to have a little positive correlation, over 68.5 receiving yards, currently at 81.5 on hot streak.
So let's make sure that that doesn't hurt our payout first. It does not. Let's go ahead, throw it in there. Better. That's a better play. You can even throw it into a 6 flex. Why not?
I think
add the extra leg.
It did pay out shift.
It did pay out. Okay, how much?
23 times.
For the 6 leg.
23 times for the 6 leg. If we have Saquon,
take that out.
We remove
Take it out.
Saquon,
Keep
it's a 7.
Saquon.
Yeah. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, AJ Brown, take out because of the correlation. Right now, we're throwing in Saquon Barkley. That is a fantastic slip. Does it not show the payouts?
So
okay, I see it.
Yep.
So that's going to be Aaron Rodgers over 251.5 pass yards. Joe Burrow over 265.5. Jalen Hurts over 237.5. Saquon Barkley over 72.5 rushing yards. And then the free square, Dak Prescott over 0.5 passing yards.
Holy,
exactly.
That's got me fired up, boys.
Come on, guys. It doesn't get better than this. What are we doing here? We are looking at the middling tool week 1 of NFL. The content has already started. And guess what? We got to fire off some videos a little bit later. Dustin, I'd say me and you got to fire out a video after this. Content for NFL is starting now. That is insane. It gets me so pumped up. I'm so excited for NFL season. Shall we make another slip?
Let's do it.
Keep it NFL.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it. Also, this one's weird. So let's actually talk about this Josh Allen play. Again, this is the first time we're looking at NFL props, so I get that you guys might not be on the same page here, everybody in the stream. So let's talk about it. Josh Allen, if you have it up, Dustin, if you could pull it up on the middling tool.
Yep.
265 passing yards on PrizePicks. On Hot Streak, 282.5, right? And then we also have on Thrive, 275.5. So what we're doing here is we're kind of ignoring Thrive. They're somewhat in the middle, more so closer to 282. You guys get the point here. The softer projection is going to be on PrizePicks, and if you want to take it a step further, you can middle it on Hot Streak. We're taking the Josh Allen over on PrizePicks. We're starting out the slip there.
Bingo. Let's do it.
Does that make sense, guys? Use logic.
Yes.
Sorry.
Definitely makes sense.
Sorry, Dustin.
No, you're good.
What were you about to say?
No, I didn't. I wasn't saying anything. I said let's do it.
Oh, do you know what we could have done? If you pair Josh Allen with Aaron Rodgers, is that positive? Does that take down the payout? Hopefully they get into a shootout, right?
I don't think it does.
Ooh,
it doesn't.
That's not a bad.
That's positive correlation.
That's not bad thinking, Matt. Yep, a little shootout between the Jets and the Bills first week. Yeah.
So
go ahead, double dip. Let's double dip.
All right, I'm down to double dip. It's
it.
week 1. Let's get crazy. Let's get a little crazy. Week 1.
I'm very comfortable double dipping week 1.
Throw in AJ Brown since we didn't throw him in the last slip. Then there's no correlation here, right?
Correct.
And let's take a look. All right, now let's talk about this next one. This next one we're not going to put in the slip. Derrick Henry over 93.5 rushing yards. The reason because, right, on Hot Streak also set to 93.5, but on Thrive set to 98.5. I would take the under on there. I also don't believe that this slip would be positive EV even if you took it on Thrive. Anyway, regardless, the reason that we're not taking on PrizePicks is because there's two of the 3 books agree on the 93.5. So we're not going to take that projection on PrizePicks. I also believe that Hot Streak had Derrick Henry a lot lower when the first lines were released. I think he was like closer to 80 yards. So if you're able to take advantage of that, that's fantastic.
For sure.
We can throw Tua in there. Go ahead.
We can throw Tua in there. Yep, 8-yard discrepancy between PrizePicks and Hot Streak. Hot Streak currently has him at 270.5 with slight juice on the under. We're going to be taking the over 262.5 on PrizePicks. Wow, so this is just a complete AFC East.
Yeah.
Wish Tom. Okay. It's okay though.
Yeah.
I won't touch matchups. All right, so right now we have Aaron Rodgers over 251.5, Josh Allen over 265.5, AJ Brown over 68.5 receiving yards, Tua Tagovailoa over 262.5 passing yards. Fellas, we need one more here.
Yeah, I see Patrick Mahomes has set the 0.5 on Thrive. I don't know if they're running a promo right now, but if that's a thing, go ahead and throw him in on Thrive.
Yep.
Do we have any more football? No.
We need one more. We need at least one.
Okay.
Now, let's see.
We can't go Garrett Wilson because it will be positive correlation, even if we're dipping below. But
I think we're gonna have to default to a non NFL play, guys.
Do we want to?
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say we could double dip on one more if you really wanted to, but I'm down to do that.
You want to keep it? You want to keep it there? You want to keep it in NFL and just double dip? Let's do it. Let's go, Joe Burrow. Screw it.
You want
Right?
Joe Burrow?
We're feeling good. Yeah. Joe Burrow. Are you kidding me?
I
That's
mean, hey,
like
look,
the.
I guess.
Come on.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say in this case too, the reason that we can, I feel a little more comfortable double dipping because with the promo only limited to $25. So for somebody that might be a bigger unit size better, they only had, maybe half a unit on that play or, even a quarter unit or whatever it might be. So if you're going to double dip, definitely do it with a promo because you are limited. So I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, 1000% agree with you, TJ. That's a great point to bring up. Also, guys, I'm going to be observing the live chat. I know that I'm not in the driver's seat today, but I am still looking at the chat. So if you guys have any questions about what we're looking at, let's go ahead and put those questions in the chat.
Tell you what, PrizePicks rebrands, NFL drops, and we hit 150 viewers. The world is healing. NFL is here, guys. The world is healing. That's incredible.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely a great time to be alive here for DGF, guys. We are so excited to kick off some of our first ever NFL content under our new website and our rebranding. Like, why are we not thinking about that? I mean, come on, everything's going well over here.
Yeah, PrizePicks is trying to keep up with us. That's all it is.
Yeah, that must be it.
Look at Matt rebranding two companies in 1 year. This guy.
Okay.
Legendary stuff out of the guy.
I'm looking further down here. CD Lamb. So another thing to bring up here, right? One passing yard should not equal the same thing as one receiving yard, right? Like obviously, if players have more, or if there's a bigger discrepancy with receiving yards, we're able to identify those as being better plus EV plays than like an 8-yard discrepancy with passing yards. Like you guys have to keep that in mind. Rushing yard, not the same as receiving yards, not the same thing as passing touchdowns. Like imagine a 1 passing touchdown discrepancy is not the same as a 1 rushing yard discrepancy, right? For anybody who's viewing this for the first time, all this hidden math is baked into these lines and their calculations to help determine what the fair odds percent would be if we were to set these lines evenly, right? Like Saquon Barkley off 10 yards, that could make or break your night, right? That's why we're giving this a 60% chance to hit. Josh Allen being a full 18, 17 yard discrepancy off of some of these lines here is going to move the needle not as much as 10 yards for rushing, if that makes sense. Just another way to look at this middling tool.
Matt, real quick. So if you can pay attention to the chat, one of you two, please, because since I'm on a laptop, I'm only limited to one screen here. Yep. Skylar's giving us some crap in the comment section, so I don't know if we need to call him out right now. But Skylar's on our ass. He's on our ass this stream.
Oh God,
what is going on here? They don't leave the chat. Oh my gosh, who is this guy? Who's this Krellix guy?
Who is this Krellix kid? No wonder he was held out of the Valorant creator game.
Oh my God.
Shake my head. No wonder. I would have left him out too.
Get wrecked.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, I'll pay attention a little bit more to chat too.
What about CMC? Good question. What about him? Is he on the board?
Christian McCaffrey is up there, 61.5 rushing yards. Okay. Obviously, my question is that we do not have another book to compare it to.
We do. We have Hot Streak, only 2 yards off, guys. So that's the reason we're not showing that as a plus EV play.
That's why it's not a plus EV play. Perfect. Only a 2-yard discrepancy.
Yep. And one thing to note too, I know we're fixated on NFL right now too, and it's going to be kind of blah whenever we switch back over and look at some MLB and such. But Underdog doesn't have lines yet. The Underdog doesn't have lines yet. When they drop their lines, be sure to be looking for some value, because I'm sure once they drop lines, shit's going to hit the fan and there'll be value across multiple DFS apps, but probably especially Underdog. So be looking out for that.
We also know that Underdog definitely sets their lines independently. I mean, cue their esports lines. They're all over the place. Same thing can be said for NFL. We've seen so many discrepancies last season where like they came out with a 25 to 50 yard discrepancy for quarterbacks. So for passing yards, we're used to seeing that. And same thing could be said for college football. College football was laughable last season with these opening lines between Underdog and PrizePicks. We got a question here. Do you recommend middling the opposite picks on Thrive or Hot Streak? Yes. So the way to read this middling tool, again, don't know if you have it pulled up here, Dustin.
Yep.
But what we're showing you here is the largest discrepancies, and based on those discrepancies, what the percent odds to hit are on each side. So for instance, if you're hitting the over on PrizePicks at 251.5, this is a 61.56% chance to hit the over based on the discrepancy of 273.5 hitting the under. If we flipped over the Hot Streak, you would see that this has a 61.56% chance to hit the under at 271.5. That's how you interpret the data. Same thing can be said for Thrive, right? But Thrive does not have the more aggressive line here. It's going to be hot streak. So you definitely want the middle using the best discrepancies between the individual DFS apps. That's what the middling tool is all about.
Yeah,
right?
the
We're
ones
using
lit up
the
green, Matt, I think.
Yeah,
is
the
easy.
ones lit up green. Yes, a very easy way to explain it. The DFS Optimizer shows the consensus market data, whereas the middling tool only shows the largest discrepancies and if it's mathematically profitable. That's how you read that.
Good breakdown.
Kivo Patel in the chat says, when you look at these stats, yes, they're credible. Wouldn't matchups be ideal to look at? Like Nala, everyone leaning towards the over because Giants strike out a lot. Positive EV says the under is essentially what he's getting at. All of that's baked into the lines, Kivo. The sports books know who they're going up against, what they've done in the last 10, that they're playing at home, so on and so forth. All that's baked into these lines that we are looking at on the optimizer. Sports books have it, favored to go under, so we are going to go ahead and take the under. Obviously, if it's well favored and such, there's more that goes into it, but essentially the $1 million models all have that baked into these lines that we're looking at.
His next comment says positive EV is way better than matchups, I guess, right? Yeah. So you got to keep in mind that these lines, like Dustin just said, are taking into consideration matchups. They're taking into consideration historical matchups. Anything that you have ever thought about, even weather, projected weather coming up to week 1, they're already baking into these lines, right? That's how you read this. The market does more research than you can ever do as an individual. Like literally any single type of projection model or thing that you think of has already been invented and baked into these lines, one way or the other. Keep that in mind.
Yep.
Also, guys, we're still running that stream promo. Code STREAM gives you 25% off in the annual subscription. And again, that is we're definitely going to remove that here by the end of this month. There's no way that we can keep that up and keep talking about code STREAM. We are definitely going to remove that promo. Code STREAM gives you 25% off any membership on our website. And things are only improving. More player props are being added every single day. More sports. So be sure to take advantage.
Yeah, not only that, but code DGF when signing up for any of these apps. As you guys see, Thrive has that 0.5 promo for Patrick Mahomes. If you guys aren't on Thrive already, you can use code DGF for 100% deposit match up to $100, as well as PrizePicks. If you're not on PrizePicks, I don't know how you found us thus far, but use code DGF for all of these apps, guys. Let's switch over to the boring stuff.
Yes. Let's jump back over to the optimizer because we do have some really good MLB props. So I say we start to build out a slip using some of these MLB props, and we can definitely look into some positive correlation when it comes to League of Legends. So I think we should kind of dive in and see what we come up with over on PrizePicks utilizing the optimizer.
Yes, I say we also start out with these MLB combo props because these will get bumped. We see these plays get bumped 24/7. People always get mad when I tweet out my slips and they just roast me in the comment section about them getting bumped. Hate to break it to them, but they could have taken advantage of the plays before me in some way. And that way is signing up with the optimizer. So let's go ahead and start out with Robert and Julio Rodriguez here over 3.5 HRR combo. Keep in mind that either their near even lines are favored on their 1.5 line or they are set closer to 4. That is the reason why we're favoring the over of this combo. So that's where we're going to start.
Bingo. And then so we're just going to start off with those 2 combo squares, and then just underneath that, Christian Javier over 5 strikeouts. Looks like his line on the sports books that you see here is set to 5.5, so 55.19% odds to hit, given by the sports books there. So move into that one, and then TJ, you cooking up any league correlation at the second?
Oh, I'm about to start looking right now. I was going to talk about this Javier play because we actually have 2 books. I know earlier Pinnacle and Bovada definitely didn't have this set to -110, but now they have that even line at 5.5 on the sports books on Pinnacle and Bovada. So it looks like some of the juice is starting to turn toward the over of 5.5 opposed to the over. Because that Christian Javier play is continuing to creep up. 55.2% fair odds percent we have. Again, sportsbook lines are set to 5.5 on all these books, and PrizePicks currently has this set at 5. So really good play there. I like that. And again, it's continued to move up. I'm pretty sure it was like 53.5% earlier today, continuing to creep up. Odds definitely changing, whether it's lineups, weather, whatever it might be. Sportsbooks are taking all that into consideration, so you don't have to. Trust the sportsbook market, trust their data. Take Christian Javier over 5 strikeouts. And guys, directly below that, like you mentioned, we do have some League of Legends. I see Destroy and Kotfi overkills map 1. I do just need to check and see if I can figure out what game that is for. So give me
Destroy is
1
against
second.
BSD, and then Coffee.
Would be the same, I would say. I would assume.
Coffee's at 4. Yes. Yeah, so bang. There's some positive correlation there, taking 2 overs on the same team in League of Legends.
Oh, it's Destroy against, who was it against? BSO?
Oh, sorry, yeah, O maybe. I thought it was D, but yes, it is an O.
Can't spell, buddy? All right, perfect. So yeah, that's some good positive correlation there, League of Legends. We got Destroy over 3 kills, maps 1, and Coffee over 4 kills, maps 1, and that is against BSO, BSD, BS0. We don't know what it is. I think it's an O. Yeah, it looks like an O to me, Dustin. I think you're just dumb.
That's probably what it is. Sure.
So
now gentlemen, go ahead, Matt.
We have a two-man positive correlated play here with League of Legends. MCK from AC, I think his gamer tag is ACD. Is it ACD or ACO? And VZZ from the same matchup. It's showing 5 on our optimizer, but I'm looking at the matchup right now, and it's actually set to 4.5. So if he got bumped down on PrizePicks, I don't know why he got bumped down, and this hasn't been updated quite yet. Right now, it's showing 5 on our optimizer. Same matchup here. You can correlate the overs on both of those, ACD and VZZ over 4.5 and 3. And again, positive correlated, same match. Just hoping they go out and it's a complete bloodbath because that is a top player. I know kills aren't easy to come by. Regardless, his line is set to 3.5 on these two. I'm sorry, on Underdog. So that's a good play on PrizePicks.
Awesome. But just to follow up and finish off that slip that we just created, it was Luis Robert and Julio Rodriguez over 3.5 HRR, Ryan Reynolds and Paul Goldschmidt over 4 HRR, Christian Javier over 5 strikeouts, and then a little league correlation with Destroy and Kofty over 3 kills and 4 kills respectively, going up against BSO, which starts in 58 minutes.
Bingo.
Bingo, we got that entered. Did I enter it? I did. Let's go. All right. Another slip.
These NFL plays are starting to get bumped.
Oh, did they?
Are they actually?
I don't see them on the middling tool anymore. So they either got removed or they just got matched to their projections. So
Let's see. Let's see if we can find out anything.
Rodgers is still up there.
All right. Might be doing a little refreshing.
We'll see.
Might be
See
doing
how
a
it
little...
pans out.
that or the other apps might have adjusted. So keep that in mind.
Definitely could happen. Yep. All right, guys. What else are we looking here? So we built out couple NFL plays, just built out a nice MLB League of Legends correlating slip.
So
Dustin?
I'm looking at the middling tool for PrizePicks right now. We have a really good EPL play, soccer play. Adsane Eduard.
That's a good attempt.
Under 2 shots. Under 2 shots. We have 2 books, one being Hot Streak or 2 DFS apps, one being Hot Streak, one being ParlayPlay, both set to 1.5. So we get this at 2 on PrizePicks. So we're going to want to hit the under there. Obviously, you have 2 books or 2 DFS apps in agreement. You got PrizePicks 0.5 off compared to those books. So we'll take advantage of PrizePicks and hit the under of 2.
Yeah, I really like that, Dustin. That's a great play to start out our slip.
Let's do it.
And then we also have, did we say Destroy in our last slip? Okay.
If you look there too, Christian Javier was such a good play. I mean, not only on the sports books, but all these DFS apps all have it set to 5.5. PrizePicks is lacking behind.
Yeah, that's way off there. Way off. Yeah, Javier should be set to 5.5.
Yeah, and that'll happen. I think somebody in the chat said that he started out at 5.5 and got bumped down. Why did he get bumped down? A lot of people must have been taking his under. Going up against the market, that's on them. That's not a plus EV play on PrizePicks, so they're definitely losing money by taking that under on PrizePicks. So we're definitely getting better bang for our buck taking his over 5.
Chadville says got bumped down because of hydrate. I think you're referring to the 4.5 guy. That's fine, but my take there is that the better line was set to 5.5. So you shouldn't be taking the under on PrizePicks. You should be taking the under at Sports Battle, and I forget the other app, but there's 2 apps where he had his projection to 5.5.
Right.
What's the minimum percentage y'all take on the optimizer? Totally depends on the slip type. Let's talk about it. For 5-man flex plays, you're taking anything 54 point, I think it's like 6% or something. And then for 6-man PrizePicks slips, you're looking at anything at 54.2% or higher, something around that range. Anyway, 55%, usually good rule of thumb for those 2 slip types. For 2-man powers, you're looking at 57.75% plus for fair odds. PP bump, VZZ in the wrong direction. Yeah, so like we just talked about. De La Cruz plus Atani combo prop, DNP. Don't understand. Did he already get DNP'd?
Yeah, so I put
Okay.
out a that sucks. Looks like that Cincinnati Reds and Angels game got postponed.
I gotcha.
That stinks. So now
it is what it is.
What's up?
Nice 4-man flex, Teach.
It is what it is.
Now I got a 4-man flex. Yeah.
I got one of those as well. Hey, we ride it out.
SOB. Yeah, right. I'm canceling that, I think. I'll put out a tweet if I do cancel it. I don't want that.
I forgot to give you the option.
Yeah, you do have the option once somebody is DNP'd. If anybody else hasn't started yet, you do have the option to cancel your slip.
I'm switching over to Underdog right now and taking that VZZ under.
Hold on, time out. We were talking about building out the slip on PrizePicks with the soccer play, and then I think we went off the rails a little bit. Do we want to continue that, or do we want to?
Well,
I'm just telling you what I'm doing. You guys can continue with PrizePicks.
Wait, before you take VZZ on the under, Sports Battle and Underdog are, unless you're middling it, but Sports Battle.
I'm middling, yeah, because I just took VZZ over.
Okay. All right. Well, TJ, let's go ahead and finish building out this slip here on PrizePicks for the people here.
All right, so wait, time out. What was this VZZ play? Was this against ANO?
ANOF, yeah.
Okay, because I want to take this. What was the over?
Okay.
Oh, I already have it. I already have it in the slip. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I believe I've already middled this as well myself.
Perfect. All right, so Dustin, let's continue down over here using the middling tool, and keep building out with this. Eduardo. Was that how we said it? Was that how we said his name? That sound good?
Yeah. By the way, I got VZZ at 6 earlier, so on Underdog. So let's go.
Oh,
let's go. Yeah. So let's do it. Let's build it out. We have Luis Castillo under 36.5 fantasy score. TJ on the optimizer to go ahead and add into this.
Do it. Like it.
And we can talk about that, or if you we want to come back and talk to it and try and get these in, or
yeah, let's get this bad boy in.
All right. And then for the people, for the people, I know we played these League of Legends plays. We're gonna go ahead and take Aaron Nala under 6.5 strikeouts. I mean, you got Pinnacle minus 147, average juice of minus 140 across the books. Looks like Caesars being the highest, minus 161 on the under of 6.5. For Aaron Nala strikeouts.
How do you say his last name? Is it Nala? It's not Nola.
I really don't know. Nola.
You said Aaron Nala?
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to be a pronunciation.
It's Aaron Nola. Come on now.
I mean, I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, honestly.
Oh my god, I hate it so much. Okay. Outside of that, we did mention taking ACD for Mako Sports, correct? Matt did mention that with some more correlation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or did I make that up? Do we have somebody else from that game that we can add in there?
Also, real quick, Aaron Rodgers got bumped down on hot streak a couple yards. So yeah, they're still adjusting the lines here.
To be expected, they're figuring it out. Now, TJ, we could do that, or we could take these two other combo squares that we have not taken in these slips.
What are those? The Luis Robert and Brian Reynolds?
Nope. Acuna and Lindor over 4.5, and Corbin Carroll and Corey Seager over 4.
Sure, we can do that, or we can add in the league correlation with VZZ and ACD.
You make the call.
I already got VZZ and ACD ready to load.
Let's go. Right. Let's do it.
VZZ it is. Oh, VZZ does not play in MLB.
So that slip again, it's going to be Adsani Eduardo under 2 shots for Crystal Palace. Luis Castillo under 36.5 pitcher fantasy score. Aaron Nola under 6.5 pitcher strikeouts. And then some more league correlation with VZZ and ACD, both playing for Team MCK, playing against ANO over 4.5 and 3 kills respectively.
Yeah, and then just a little bit more of a deep dive here on Luis Castillo. It looks like PrizePicks has it set to 36.5. 2 books being Caesars and DraftKings. If they were to take the even lines for the statistics that make up pitcher fantasy score here on PrizePicks, looks like they would have this set to right around the same, 33.8 and 33.9, so an average difference of 2.6 fantasy score. So it seems PrizePicks is a little too aggressive on this line of 36.5, so we'll hit the under there for that slip.
Perfect. Thank you, Dustin.
Bingo, beautiful.
136 of you in here, still 38 likes. If you guys could please, if you're just pouring in, you guys could go ahead and hit that like button. We would greatly appreciate it. We are currently building out PrizePicks slips utilizing the products here at DGF. We're looking at the DFS Optimizer. We're looking at the middling tool, trying to find discrepancies in our favor, taking advantage of some of these DFS apps that have some really poor lines. So if you guys aren't a DGF member, you can go to dgfantasy.com right now and sign up for a 7-day free trial. Or if you just want to bypass that 7-day free trial and you want to get set up with an annual subscription, you can do so right now using code STREAM and save 25% at checkout. Again, Matt just said we're getting rid of that very, very soon. So if you guys have been on the edge and you want to take advantage of the 25% off, you can use code STREAM at checkout to receive that 25% off. If you go to dgfantasy.com, sign up for an annual subscription.
Also,
guys,
real quick,
do we have any questions? Ooh,
I was reading chat.
Javier got removed.
So I got a point to make that I've noticed about this market today specifically, and it has to do with the amount of props that is on PrizePicks right now and on our middling tool and on our optimizer. I've already noticed that these plays are not getting bumped as fast as they normally are. Do you guys know why that is? And I'm not asking you guys, I'm asking the stream. And I know they can't respond, so I'm going to respond. So the reason that they're not getting bumped as quick is because there's so many more props to look at, right? Like the market is growing now. The consumer base is still pretty small, right? We have more props to look at. We have more combo props. We have League of Legends plays. We now have NFL lines. We have MLB now. That Javier play would have gotten bumped immediately if we had been doing this live stream about a couple weeks ago. But right now, there's just not as much money flowing in on either side of these. So guess what? More opportunities for you guys to take advantage of. And that's how it's going to work. College football, guys, when that gets released, when NBA season and NFL season are going on, the chaos, the madness that's going to happen during our live streams is going to be beautiful. There's going to be minutes and minutes that you're going to be able to take advantage of all these plays. And you see it happening right now before our very eyes. Look how many green plays there are right now just on the optimizer. Anyway, just had to
get
that out there.
Matt, I think a big point to that, just to play off of it, is the fact that NFL is back and the amount of stats and player props that they have for NFL alone. The casual bettor that's going to go on to PrizePicks, they're going to naturally gravitate toward NFL. So some of these niche markets and these smaller markets aren't going to see as much money coming in on either sides of these props. So guys like us that utilize different products like we have at DGF, we're going to be able to take advantage of these esports plays, these MLB plays, some that might not be getting as much attention as NFL. And that's the beauty of the products that we have. And it's going to, like Matt mentioned, it's going to be glorious. The value we're going to be able to get on sports, and obviously NFL, but outside of NFL is going to be crazy.
Something I wanted to just tack on to that is with injuries and such too, and just goes on to what Matt was saying about how it's going to be tougher and tougher for them to keep up with injuries whenever it's NFL and NBA season specifically. NBA, obviously, we know, you guys 5 o'clock stream that you were doing NBA season last year, when injuries or lineups get announced and stuff like that, how crazy these odds get on the optimizer and the plays you can snipe, because these sports books can be a little bit ahead of PrizePicks, with their models and such when a guy goes out.
Sure.
But PrizePicks lacks behind, and then we can take advantage of it, and with the optimizer updating in real time, or even like NFL, when somebody gets, if a quarterback's, is he going to play or is he not going to play, and then he gets ruled out. Like, that affects a lot of guys' lines. Not as much as baseball, or way more than baseball. I mean, because, with baseball, if a hitter is out of the lineup, it's not affecting it too much. The guys around him, it does a little, but not as much as if a quarterback is going to be out of a game, and what his receivers and running backs are going to do. So when those announcements are made, refresh this optimizer, because things are going to get crazy during the season.
Yeah, 1000%. Sportsbooks, DFS apps, they adjust to the news that they are given and the money coming in on either side. As soon as news breaks, we've seen many times that there were 10 to 15-minute windows where, an NBA lineup would get announced, after the news came out. The sports books would adjust their lines, but the DFS apps just would not. Like, they would take forever to adjust to these random news. So yeah, great point to bring up. We have a lot of questions here. What was the slip on PrizePicks, a 5 or 6 man? I believe the one that they just made was a 5 man.
Yeah, I had it up on the screen after you asked that.
For 5 legs, would DNP recommended to cancel or let it ride plus EV still? Totally depends on the actual plays within your slip, discrepancies, all that good stuff. Usually, I take very aggressive props, so my 4-man slips are still plus EV even after a DNP, but barely. We have another question. So what's the play? Got to make a 2 or 3 leg. Don't recommend 3 legs on PrizePicks if that's what you're referring to, nor do I recommend 2 with all this value on the board. All right. Just caught up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, you want to take it anywhere else?
We can. We can take it to Underdog. We can take it to ParlayPlay. Also, these lines are already adjusting for NFL. It's just crazy to see more so on Hot Streak. It looks like they're very receptive to the amount of money coming in, more so than PrizePicks. So PrizePicks, obviously not banging up their lines yet. It looks like Hot Streak is moving their lines downwards and adjusting their juice along that. So Thrive looks to be the better play on some of these lines now, with Hot Streak adjusting their lines down.
Awesome. Yeah, I've noticed that a little bit with Hot Streak, because they'll adjust it very quickly. So best to get in the news as soon as you see it. But yeah, what else do we have, guys? Let's see if we can build out. I mean, those plays on Thrive are fantastic.
Yeah, they do.
We could build out either an Underdog slip or ParlayPlay. ParlayPlay's got some plays that we haven't got in our slip. Underdog has a little bit of the same value that we've already kind of seen and got in. You could middle that ACD play on Underdog. I think, Matt, you had already built one out with that.
Yep.
So you could do that here on Underdog. But other than that, it looks like there's more value on ParlayPlay. And if you guys want to go where the more value is, we can do that. There's a nice 5-man right there sitting at the top.
Alex says... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, read that, and then I'll...
Alex says... a question in here. Hot Streak 4-man slips with 3 combo of 2 players is typically 6 times plus, just like Underdog. So what you guys have to understand is that Hot Streak is a dynamic odds platform. They do not have fixed payouts, so it totally depends on the player props that are put within your slip. So that's not correct in saying that Hot Streak 4-man slips pay out a certain amount. They can vary literally all over the place.
Yep, exactly. All right, Dustin, what do you got over there on ParlayPlay that you're building on right now?
So we got some positive correlation here. To start off with League of Legends, direct comparison to Sports Battle. It looks like Spooky set to 1.5 on ParlayPlay. And then
Spooky season, boys.
Golden 2 Forestry. I don't know. 2 Forest, maybe. Over 2 on ParlayPlay, 2.5 on Sports Battle. So positive correlation, taking 2 overs there on ParlayPlay in this slip. Both going up against Carmine Corpse, I think it's called. TJ, is that right?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, you do, you dog. And then Bobby Witt Jr. fantasy score looks like ParlayPlay is a little aggressive on the line, so we're going to take under 11 fantasy score. Then Javier Assad. Now, I know there were a couple sports books that are 3.5. I think. Let me click on this middling tool here. Not sure if either one of you guys are on it for ParlayPlay at the moment. But Assad. So you got books kind of split up here. A couple at 4 and a couple at 3.5. Still a plus EV play, taking it at under 4. Of course, needs 5 to beat you there. So I'm going to go ahead and still put that in our slip. That's Assad under 4, and we need one more here.
Yeah, I like that.
Cody
I
B.
like that.
Cody Bellinger over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Is that TJ?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, bang. Cody Bellinger. Bang. There it is. That's the slip. So that was Spooky over 1.5. And then Golden. Oh, is that Toast? Golden Toast, I think is how you pronounce that now that I'm looking at it. Over 2.
We finally figured it out.
Shut up. Bobby Witt Jr. under 11 fantasy score. Javier Assad under 4 strikeouts. Cody B over 1.5 HRR.
Cody
Thanks. Positive
B
correlation.
over 1.5 HRR. I love it, Dustin. Great slip. Getting that entered right now.
One thing to
Beautiful.
note about
Dustin-
ParlayPlay,
Okay.
if you guys haven't
go
signed up for ParlayPlay, use code DGF for 100% match up to $200. They still offer the best bang for your buck slip in the entire industry. It's minus 113 implied odds for a 6-man insured. To put this in perspective, PrizePicks with their 30x payout yesterday was pretty much identical to that slip type, and ParlayPlay has this slip type available all the time. So ParlayPlay has been a DGF community favorite for a long time, and once they come out with NFL lines, it's about to be absolute chaos over there on ParlayPlay.
It's gonna be beautiful.
ParlayPlay and
yeah,
Underdog.
that's what I was gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be glorious. Did they already remove Spooky?
No. Okay, so is this new? You can only have one esports player on the same team on ParlayPlay. Is that new? Is that new?
The League of Legends?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it looks like Assad has been bumped to 3.5, which I think might still be a plus EV play here on ParlayPlay.
We'll take us over then.
You
want to bump him down? We're gonna take us over.
Double checking here. I'm double checking here. Looks like it would be. I think it's minus 165 on Fliff, minus 171 on Hot Streak, but I'm trying to get over to it on the optimizer here.
Getting all my info now. I turn 18 next month. That's awesome. Glad you're educating yourself before you sports bet. That's amazing.
All right, TJ, make the audible. What are we doing? What are we doing with about Spooky and Golden Toast? Which one are we taking on the over?
Oh God, we're taking Spooky.
We're taking Spook Dog.
Yeah.
All right, Spook Dog at 1.5, and then we need one more play. We've already played Nala. Do we want to take Paxton over 5?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, exactly what I was thinking. Yep.
Why are you saying Nala?
I don't know, dude. That's just what's coming to my head. Nola.
Okay.
Wait, so are you adding in Assad over 3.5 now?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Spooky over 1.5, Bobby Witt under 11, Bellinger over 1.5, HRR, Paxton over 5 strikeouts, and then Assad under over 3.5 strikeouts.
Yeah, but if they weren't watching us, we would have been able to get that slip in. But unfortunately, TJ, Bellinger's bumped. So.
Oh my God. The worst.
We could toss our boy Weenus in there.
This is the worst. I'm just gonna put on a brave face. This is the worst.
We also got some more questions in here. I'm gonna ask while you guys are
go ahead, Matt.
cooking. With the bumps on NFL week 1, what? What's going on?
All right.
Did he die? TJ, are you?
No,
did you die?
He's there. We're trying to figure out what we're gonna do. I just did Spooky over 1.5 kills. Sorry, I'm just gonna read this off really quick, Matt. Spooky over 1.5 kills. Bobby Witt under 11 hitter fantasy score. Javier Assad is now over 3.5. Assad over 3.5 pitching strikeouts. James Paxton over 5 strikeouts, and Alan Weenus over 4 strikeouts. Go ahead, folks.
Is TJ? Is he
You guys
muting
hear me?
himself? Yeah, now I can.
Now we can.
Back. Okay, I lost you guys for a hot second.
Okay. So he didn't die.
Did we finish the ParlayPlay slip, Dustin?
We did. You didn't hear it. Spooky over 1.5. Or the one that you didn't have was Alan Weenus over 4 strikeouts.
Weenus. All right. Sounds good. I'll add him.
We got some more questions in the chat. And again, the entire point of these live streams, obviously the snipe value. That's the first major thing that we must do. But also we have to educate you guys. So if you guys have any questions, spam them in the chat. With all these bumps on NFL Week 1 plays on other sites, would you take those same 5 plays that showed up under the middling? So again, the projections matter. How much they got bumped matters. All this matters. It totally depends. Is there enough discrepancy to make this an edge in the long term? So for instance, on Aaron Rodgers, you're still taking that over 251.5 because on Hot Streak, it's set to 269.5 now. On Thrive, 270.5. When you look at these two apps, who do you think is more off here when comparing to PrizePicks? PrizePicks, obviously being off 19 yards, right? Obviously 251.5 is the most off of these 3 books. That's how you interpret that data. Saquon Barkley hasn't moved yet for whatever reason on Thrive or on PrizePicks. You should be taking the over on PrizePicks, the under on Thrive. And how we're showing you this is because these are green plays. When you filter by the plus EV plays and you put this in a 5-man flex, we filter the mathematically profitable middling plays for you. You can literally go down this list and just pick from the top, right? You have to keep in consideration some correlation, of course, but the whole point here is to interpret this data by taking the middle between certain DFS apps. That's how you interpret this data. And we talked about this at the beginning of the live stream as well. Is it as long as it's a 10 to 20 discrepancy? Totally depends on, I'm assuming you're talking about passing yards. It totally depends on the player, the historical amounts where he is profitable based on the amount he moves from book to book. Like all that's taken into consideration here when we're identifying this data. And again, we make this process very easy for you guys. So you guys don't have to do all that math.
Nice and simplified down for you.
Yeah. I don't know how we can make it simpler, to be honest. There's no other way to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I could think of a way.
By giving them slips?
Yes, that's basically all. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yep, that's probably
well,
the
we
only
also
way,
do that in our premium Discord chat. So if you guys are interested in signing up for that.
I think you're just stopping. If you just sign up for that, you're not going to keep going?
Well, I want them. I want to see if they have any interest anyway. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested in signing up for our premium Discord chat, I think we have the link posted in my last video. I posted it in the comment section. I also posted it on Twitter. I mean, I post about it all the time on Twitter. So, will optimizers show NFL prop lines from books or just in middling? So we're going to show everything. I'm also assuming that the sportsbooks haven't dropped their NFL lines yet.
Correct.
So that is the reason why we are not seeing them populate on the optimizer.
And that could bring a whole new value to the optimizer and such once they drop their lines. Betting angle, Dustin, can we bring back some Taco Tuesday kick sweats? Hey, once we get some nice props and stuff that are live at night, we'll go ahead and get something going.
So do you guys try to stay above 51%? So 51% is definitely not what you're supposed to be looking at. You're supposed to be looking at about 54.2% or higher for 6-man and 5-man flexes. Again, it depends on the payout, depends on the implied odds for the average implied odds for each leg that you're building with on these different DFS apps, on these different slips. Totally depends. That is exactly why we have this plus EV filter to show you the math behind each one of these slip types. So 51% is never the number you're supposed to be aiming for. I think 54.2% is the bare minimum. This is why we always talk about 55% plus. Because again, if you think about it, the average sports bettor wins about 50% of the time. All these apps bake in these hidden price points to their fixed payout platforms. That's how they make money off of their sports bettors in the long run. If you have to have a fair odds percentage of 55+% for these 5 and 6-man flex plays, but the average sports bettor wins 50% of the time, they're earning 5% ROI off and each one of their individual casual bettors. That's how it works. No problem, Spaz.
Well done.
Yeah, so Spaz, if you're ever confused, or if anybody out there that's a DGF member that utilizes the optimizer, you're confused on what plays are viable for what flips, please make sure you're utilizing the plus EV drop-down box. It literally says plus EV plays. It will show you and filter out which plays are viable for which slip type that doesn't have a dynamic payout, right? So for these fixed payout platforms like PrizePicks Underdog, if you're ever confused on what plays are viable for a 3-man slip on UD or a 2-man power on PrizePicks or a 6 flex on PrizePicks, all you have to do is go to the plus EV plays drop down, filter whatever slip type you're looking for, and that will show you what player props are viable for what slip.
Yes, I was showing them on the screen while you were talking about it, TJ. So hopefully they are doing that.
You're a good host. You know what you're doing. This isn't your first rodeo.
We have a couple minutes left here on the live stream, coming up on an hour. I'd like to call it around there. So I will, devote the rest of the time to questions, or if you guys want to build out a last minute slip. But for the most part, we pretty much covered all the NFL plays. I know that's why you guys were excited. And I think, Dustin, we got to start this NFL content. I mean,
hey, I already made something.
We're an hour or two before.
I made
or behind it, rather.
I got a whole thing coming out soon.
Nice. Love that.
I'm ahead of the game.
Gonna try to hit today, last day of my trial. Spaz, don't tell me you've been using the trial wrong. Feel free to ask any questions that you have, Spaz, along with your free trial time. We are always available through live support. I know it's not my favorite thing to do is customer support, but guys, if you have any questions, you are my priority. All right. So we're going to answer any questions that you guys have. Feel free to spam any questions you have into our live chat. That was probably the worst thing I could have done, TJ, to 100 plus viewers, is tell them that they could spam questions into our live chats. But do you know what? We're here to help. We're here to help the people. Yeah.
What we're here for. We want to make sure everybody's utilizing the tools properly. You know what you're doing, guys. If any tutorial questions you might have, we have a YouTube channel that has just a ton of different tutorials that you guys can go through. If you're ever confused, whatever it might be, so you can go right here on this YouTube channel where you're at. We have a whole playlist dedicated on different ways to utilize the optimizer to make sure you're doing it properly. And again, if you're still confused, yes, like Matt said, you can go to our website, tgfantasy.com. You can click on the little chat icon on the bottom right. Ask us anything you guys might have. We'll get to you.
Aaron Rodgers bumped. Josh Allen bumped. Look at the lines move, guys. Look at the value you just secured. 2 yards might mean nothing to you, but it means everything to me. Imagine this guy throws for 252 yards. Okay. Guess what? You're missing out on the best bang for your buck that you could have gotten at 251.5. Okay. And it's only gonna go up from here, right? 253.5 is still pretty soft for Aaron Rodgers. Just saying.
Yeah. Real quick, we suck. We missed out on 245.5. So really, we could have had 8 yards value. But hey, our CLV is still better than where we started today.
CLV. Look at TJ throwing these advanced.
It's gonna be our
topics out here.
Value is already we're already on the up and up. If you got 245.5, you might as well just go buy that private jet right now.
Yeah, that is insane. I honestly could have got that in, TJ. I wanted to wait for the stream, and I missed it with you guys and the stream. I'm fine with that, though. Over 251, that's what we need, baby.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm in a room with closed door. It might be 82 degrees in here. My back is drenched in sweat.
Oh, I'm sweating too.
I got to get out of this room.
I have a heater in my basement because it's freezing naturally down here, and I crank it up to a point where it shouldn't be cranked up to. So by the end of the day, like my wife walks downstairs and we look at the thermostat and it's like 80 degrees, and it's just like, okay, yeah, I don't even notice that it's getting that hot.
I can't stop laughing.
New play under middling Mahomes 67%. Which app? I'm assuming PrizePicks. Let's take a look here real quick before we sign off.
Because
it is.
No way.
It's only because we're comparing Thrive, so they're 0.5 matchup.
Yeah, I can't stop laughing in my head at Matt saying that 2 yards might mean nothing to you, but it means everything to me.
I mean, funny, yeah, it does, guys. 2 yards. I mean, come on now. You could have had 2 yards, but you guys are just falling asleep at the wheel here.
A lot of people got that in. A lot of people got that 100%. In here. I'm sure a lot of people feel that's what.
Yeah. All right, guys. We got 92 in here. I think it's ready to sign off. Do you guys have any last words? I don't know why I'm acting like I'm controlling the stream.
No, hey, you are. No last words. Don't
worry.
The only other thing is, if you guys aren't using code DGF on these apps, I don't know what you're doing. Sign up for all of them that are available in your state. 7-day free trials linked in the description below for the Optimizer code STREAM for 25% off annual memberships on the Optimizer as well. Not too much longer for that, so make sure you take advantage of it now. Get in for football season. start using it for football season. Start getting used to how to use it. All right, TJ, keep fist bumping, baby. Little GTL in this.
Football, baby.
Little GTL in this. Jim Tan Laundry. All right, boys.
Oh, Justin Jefferson just got posted to the board.
Oh, that's my number one
Nick
overall
Chubb.
fantasy. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody else posted his line, so he's just showing on PrizePicks. Anyway, did we sign off yet?
Nope, we are off in
Let's
5,
cash.
4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.
Love you guys.